Hi everyone, today I'm making a chicken Varuval, which is a dry South Indian chicken dish with lots of spices and so on. And this dish is also referred to as a chicken ghee roast, only I'm not using ghee today, I'm just cooking it with coconut oil. And you would think that a roast chicken would be done in the oven, but in India, this a dry chicken dish is also referred to a chicken dish or any meat is all when it's dry and sort of charred at the ends, and it's caramelizing as well at the end. You sort of see a little bits of black and brown and everything, but it's really delicious. And this sort of dishes sometimes is referred to as a roast or a varuval. So well, let's see how this dish is made. Also, I would like this dish to be something that perhaps you could use for your Christmas festivities. So these are all the ingredients except for the half chicken. So I'm going to marinate the chicken with 1 tablespoon ginger garlic paste, 1 tablespoon coriander seed powder, 1 teaspoon fennel seed powder, 1 teaspoon this is cumin seed powder, and then about 1.5 teaspoons, 1 and about half, you can add more if you like, of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and then I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of salt. And about 2, sometimes I get confused as to what I have where. Okay, 1 teaspoon of salt for the moment, just 1 teaspoon of salt. So yeah, so I'm going to give it a good marinade. I'm going to marinate it properly. I am not going to use my hands today because my nails are long, and that would be a bit of a problem. So I'm just going to marinate it like this and leave it for about an hour or so. You don't even have to marinate it if you don't want to, but it always makes the meat taste a little better. And guys, as for the powders and so on, you can always add more or a little less as in how you like it. So that's totally up to you. And if you wonder why this chicken is a little small, it's because it's half a chicken, and it is half a chicken that it has been skinned, and this is also an organic chicken, so it's rather small. So you just up the measurements of stuff if your chicken is bigger. The first thing I'm going to do is fry the curry leaves very quickly. So I've done a few here already. I'm just going to show you how it's done very quickly. That's it. Now you take it out. Okay, that's all. The next thing would be to take a portion of the sliced chilies. I have 1.5 large chilies that I've sliced here. I don't know whether I need all of it because my chicken is rather small. But well, I'm just going to fry this till it's about a little brown. And this gives the more onions, the better. This gives a very nice flavor, because I will put the dried chili, the fried onions and the fried curry leaves. I will mix it in after I've cooked the chicken. So this is now frying, so wait till it gets brown. Okay, here they look a little brown already, and they will continue cooking. So this is a little too brown. I would prefer it to be a little less brown, but it sort of continues cooking even after you've taken it out. So these are the fried onions. They're a little too brown, guys. And then these are the fried curry leaves. I put them on some kitchen paper to soak up the oil. And now I've poured some of the oil that was left over from the onions and the curry leaves, and I'm going to start cooking the chicken. So this is about 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds. Okay. And some dried chilies and cinnamon sticks. So this area is a little hot, so I've just turned on the stove now. So let this start to splutter, and then I will put the chicken in. So now the chicken is going to go in. Okay, it is going to make a bit of noise. Okay, let me just turn off the heat for a bit. This stove, the flame is very high, so sometimes you have to be a little careful. So give this a little bit of a stir, until the surface of the skin is seared a little bit. So you can add a little bit of salt, because just now it was only one spoon, so I've added about half. And you can see it wasn't the surface of the skin, the surface of the pieces of the chicken, because this is a skinned chicken. So yeah, so this is how it is. You can already see that the color, see when the color turns opaque like that, or it just changes, you know that it's starting to cook. Now I'm going to add a little bit of what I have already added a bit of water to this, and I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to cover the pot and let it cook for about 3 minutes. So as you can see, it has been cooking for a while, and definitely you will have the sides getting a little charred, because well, basically Varuval is sort of like a dry roast. It's a dry roast that is not made sorry guys, this is quite difficult. A dry roast that is not made in the stove, but in the oven, but it's made over the stove. So what I'm going to do is try to scrape up all the sides, because that's going to give more flavor. So scrape it up and try to incorporate it into the chicken. I'm going to scrape it this way, like that. That actually gives a lot of flavor. So usually what they do is they would make this, of course they'd add a lot more oil. I don't really want to add so much of oil, because a dry roast or a chicken varuval has a lot of oil, and of course the skin of the chicken would also have oil. So this is a skinned chicken, so there's no skin and there's less fat. So, but I don't really want to add too much of oil, so I'm going to just keep stirring it like this. This is usually done in in a kuali or a wok, a Chinese wok, and it's really scraped. The sides and all are really scraped. I've scraped out as much as I could. It does take a lot of some elbow grease, which I think, I don't know, maybe those from the older generation have. Okay, now this is garam masala, which is usually so aromatic that we would put it right at the end, because you don't want to lose the flavor. So I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of garam masala right at the end. Turn on the stove a little bit long, for just maybe 2-3 minutes, to give it a stir. And if you can see, if I were to add oil, it would start to glisten and would look like the authentic chicken roast or varuval. But I don't really want to do that, because the onions and the curry leaves that I fried in oil, that's oily as it is. I'm not so keen on that. So give this a good stir. I've turned off the stove, and I'm adding some of the curry leaves, some of it over here right at the top, and most of I think all of it can go in. All of the onions that I fried just now. That is oily, guys, so I don't really want to add too much oil. Okay, and then I'll give it a good stir, like so. See? And the caramelized onions really gives it a nice flavor. So this is basically done. I'm now going to plate it. So this, my friends, is how my chicken roast or chicken varuval looks like. I've omitted using too much of oil, so you don't see this dish glistening in oil. But well, to me it's nice, and this is a good dish to make for Christmas. Here it is, everyone, the chicken varuval. I hope you try this and maybe even include it in your Christmas festivities. So thank you for joining me today, everyone. Here's Shakila Shanmugam signing off. Bye, guys.